Sharks are amongst the most terrifying creatures in our oceans, but they're also vital to the health of the marine ecosystem. They're predators that have few enemies of their own, yet they themselves are frequently hunted by humans. But we can't get away with all of our crimes forever, and sooner or later Mother Nature is going to be coming for us. Hi, and welcome to Deadliest Realms. Today we'll be exploring the secret life of sharks. First up, some background sources. Females usually give birth to live young after a gestation period of 6 to 18 months. Litter sizes range from a few pups to over 100, with the larger litters produced by smaller species. One of the most fascinating inhabitants is the shark, a creature that evokes both fear and admiration. Sharks are among the most efficient predators in the world's oceans, perfectly adapted for hunting. Their streamlined bodies allow them to move through the water with ease, while their razor-sharp teeth and powerful jaws enable them to deliver a deadly bite. As apex predators, they sit at the top of the food chain and help to keep populations of other species in check. Conservation efforts are underway to protect shark habitats, reduce overfishing, and promote sustainable fishing practices. Your support means everything to us, and we can't wait to share more amazing discoveries with you in the future. By working together, we can ensure that future generations will have the opportunity to marvel at these magnificent creatures and appreciate their importance to the health of our oceans. By feeding on sick or injured animals, sharks also help to prevent the spread of disease. Unfortunately, sharks are facing a number of threats, including overfishing, habitat loss, and climate change. Overfishing has led to the depletion of shark populations in some areas, while habitat loss due to coastal development. And pollution has made it more difficult for sharks to find food and reproduce. Climate change is also a growing threat as rising ocean temperatures and changes in precipitation patterns can have a significant impact on shark behavior and distribution. Despite their predatory nature, sharks are an essential part of the marine ecosystem. They help regulate populations of other species and maintain the balance of the ecosystem as a whole. Once weaned, shark pups are on their own, although some species continue to protect their offspring for several months. They come in all shapes and sizes, from the massive whale shark, which can grow up to 40 feet long, to the tiny dwarf lantern shark, which is less than a foot long. Others, like the basking shark, are filter feeders, consuming vast quantities of plankton and small fish. Some sharks are solitary creatures who spend much of their time alone, while others, such as hammerheads, are more social and can be seen in groups, sometimes numbering in the hundreds. Despite their solitary nature, sharks communicate with each other through a variety of means, including visual displays, chemical signals, and sounds. When it comes to mating, sharks exhibit a range of behaviors. Some species, like the tiger shark, are known to practice sexual cannibalism, where the female consumes the male during or immediately after mating. Other sharks, such as the whale shark, have elaborate courtship rituals that involve synchronized swimming and vocalizations. Despite their diversity, all sharks share certain characteristics that make them unique. They are all cartilaginous fish, which means that their skeletons are made of cartilage rather than bone. This makes them more flexible and allows them to maneuver easily in the water. Sharks also have a special ability to sense electrical fields, which helps them to locate prey. They can detect the weak electrical signals emitted by other animals and use this information to find them in the darkness of the deep sea. Male sharks reach sexual maturity earlier than females and can mate with multiple partners. Conversely, females tend to mate with only one male per reproductive cycle, storing the sperm in a special pouch until it's time to give birth. Depending on the species, adult sharks can live anywhere from 20 to 250 years. The mako shark holds the record for the fastest swimming shark, capable of reaching speeds of 45 miles per hour. On the other hand, the whale shark is the largest living shark species, reaching lengths of 40 feet and weighing over 21,000 pounds. It feeds primarily on plankton and small fish. Despite their fearsome reputation, sharks rarely attack humans unless provoked or mistaken for prey. Hammerhead sharks have the longest lifespan, reaching 50 to 60 years old, while cookie-cutter sharks have the shortest, with many dying at 9 to 11 years old. While some sharks can regenerate lost fins, none can regrow a tail once bitten off. Sharks live in all the world's oceans, from the Arctic to the Antarctic, and almost anywhere in between. For example, Tiger sharks often ram their prey before biting, while makos jump out of the water to catch fish. Despite their predatory nature, sharks are essential for maintaining healthy ocean ecosystems. By preying on weaker or sick animals, they help keep populations under control and prevent disease outbreaks. Unfortunately, many shark species are currently endangered due to human activities. Pollution from plastics and chemicals accumulates in the tissues of sharks over time, affecting their health and reproduction. Meanwhile, rising ocean temperatures disrupt migration patterns and reduce prey availability, forcing sharks to venture closer to populated areas in search of food. To protect these magnificent creatures, conservation efforts must focus on reducing overfishing and promoting sustainable fishing practices. Additionally, addressing plastic pollution and mitigating climate change are crucial steps in ensuring a healthier future for sharks and the oceans they call home. Some species migrate hundreds of miles each year, while others stay close to home. Even though they're so widely distributed, sharks tend to be solitary animals. Only when mating or caring for their young do they often come together. Sharks can travel long distances at great speeds, with some species reaching 45 miles per hour. But they're not particularly good at maneuvering. Most sharks don't have the ability to move backwards, and many can only see in shades of gray. Their acute senses of smell and hearing more than compensate for these visual limitations, however, as does their highly developed sense of electroreception, which allows them to detect the presence of prey. Although sharks possess an incredible bite force, their teeth aren't actually connected to their jaws. This allows for more flexibility and mobility when eating. Sharks have more than 300 different tooth shapes, depending on their diet. In fact, scientists believe that the number of teeth a shark has is directly related to its longevity. As a result, the Greenland shark, which lives the longest, has the most teeth. Despite being an apex predator, the shark is still vulnerable. Scientists estimate that overfishing and habitat loss result in the deaths of over 100 million sharks annually. Sharks can only survive in salt water and generally require a minimum salinity level of around 35 parts per thousand. They're also cold-blooded, meaning they rely on external sources to regulate their body temperature. As a result, they tend to be found in warmer waters. Sharks can be categorized into 3 types based on how they regulate their internal temperatures. Some species, like the Galapagos shark, are fully reliant on thermal energy from the sun and must constantly swim to maintain adequate blood flow. Others, such as the bull shark, can enter freshwater habitats. However, they must return to saltwater to reproduce. Finally, some sharks, including the blue shark, can maintain elevated core temperatures even when inactive. This allows them to inhabit colder climates. Sharks typically mate during spring and summer, but this can vary depending on the species. When it comes to hunting prey, some sharks employ specialized tactics. Our oceans are filled with wonders, both beautiful and terrifying. Sharks are incredibly diverse, with over 500 species found in oceans around the world. Some sharks are known for their incredible speed, such as the mako shark, which can reach speeds of up to 45 miles per hour. Sharks play a vital role in maintaining the balance of the marine ecosystem. As we learn more about sharks and the vital role they play in the marine ecosystem, we must take steps to protect them. From the tiniest dwarf lantern shark to the massive whale shark, each species plays a unique role in the intricate web of life that sustains our planet. Let us all take a moment to appreciate the beauty and importance of sharks, as well as the vital role they play in maintaining the balance of our natural world. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of sharks, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe for more exciting content.